Hi, I'm Mathilde Rainard. I'm a student of the MSc Climate Change and Environmental Policy, and this is a brief overview of my master's dissertation topic. For my dissertation, I will look into the impact of bridging the gender gap on climate change adaptation and mitigation. The idea is to determine how would greenhouse gas emissions and average global temperature be influenced by gender equality. As you can see, the gender climate nexus constitutes a growing body of literature. Notably, the UN Sustainable Development Goals emphasize the need for gender equality to be achieved to benefit concomitant goals such as Goal 6, clean water and sanitation, Goal 7, affordable and clean energy, Goal 11, industry, innovation and infrastructures, Goal 12, responsible consumption and production, Goal 15, life on Earth, Goal 17, partnerships with goals. I also argue that the Sustainable Development Goal 5 has implications toward SDG 10, which is reduced inequalities, and SDG 13, which is climate action, because gender equality would benefit wider groups, not just women, by giving them visibility in the political sphere, and because it's been shown that countries with higher gender equality empowerment also have higher climate actions goals. However, the gender climate nexus relies on assumptions that could be harmful for gender equality, and this needs to be explored. Furthermore, the lack of proper operationalisation of the nexus limit subsequent analysis and the possibility to overcome these assumptions. As such, there is a gap in the literature with no previously published study aimed at quantifying greenhouse gas emissions reduction potential from bridging the gender gap. Therefore, my questions are, what would happen to greenhouse gas emissions and temperature trajectories if the gender gap was globally bridged over the next 10 years? The idea of doing it within 10 years is that it would show a drastic change, which actually would not happen. It's not realistic, but it's how you could model and see what change could be happening. And as well, the other question is, what are the methodology implications of integrating a gender climate nexus into climate adaptation and mitigation policies? My aims are, first, to construct an emission scenario, thanks to expert elicitation, to model greenhouse gas emissions and temperature trajectories. Second, to operationalise the impact on climate change of achieving gender equity. My objectives are 1. To operationalise the links between the World Economic Forum Gender Gap Index and greenhouse gas emissions. 2. To understand the gender drivers of greenhouse gas emissions. 3. To construct an emission scenarios that would reflect the greenhouse gas emissions induced by bridging the gap over 10 years. And finally, to make methodology recommendations for gender climate nexus assessment, leading to better integration of the gender component in climate adaptation and mitigation policies. The methodology. This project will rely on a mixed methods using abduction, where the expert elicitation will keep informing the research process. On the one end, there will be some quantitative analysis done using Bayesian statistics to create a greenhouse gas emission scenario according to different experts' answers. On the other end, expert interview will be analysed using qualitative methods, diving into opinions and values and how these have shaped the experts' answers. Experts will be either interviewed or asked to participate in a focus group depending on availability and time. Experts will be selected through purposive sampling, pre-identifying them, or through snowball sampling, where one respondents give contacts of the following respondents. This project has not been conducted yet. Here you can see a brief timeline of the project. The research proposal is due on June 2nd, and then the project is due on August 26th. Interviews of focus group will take place end of June, early July, and in July analysis will be conducted. And finally, most of the writing will take place in August. I would like to thank you for considering my project for the Leeds University Sustainability Conference. I truly believe gender equality is a big part of managing to leave no one behind in the fight against climate change. Again, thank you.